If you like our content, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get alerts when we introduce new videos.
In this video, I'll demonstrate how to select the severity level of events to be displayed in the Events section using the Unleashed user interface, and also touch on some other diagnostic troubleshooting features. To set the event level, I would go to the Administration Services, then I would go to Administration, and then I would go to Diagnostics. And here you'll see a number of tabs. You'll see the All Alarms, the Events, the Debug Information, Logs, Remote Troubleshooting, and Client Troubleshooting. Under the All Alarms page, it displays a list of all the recent alarms. Alarms include important events such as when an AP loses contact with the Unleashed Master AP, an authentication server becomes unreachable, or when an Unleashed Master or member role change is detected. If I go to the Events tab, you'll see that I have three levels of events. I've got Any, Critical, and Warning, and Critical only. And compared to the alarms, the events include less critical messages, such as when a rogue AP is detected, an AP changes channel, a configuration sync is performed, or a new client joins the network, and so forth. The Events page displays the most recent records in the Unleashed Master's AP internal log. So for example, if I set to critical only, I could select that and then I would hit apply, and it'll say that it's processing and then it has been changed. Then you could go to the bottom and you could hit the refresh button. And now what I'm going to do is to disconnect one of my clients. So I've disconnected one of my clients. Now I'm going to hit the refresh button. And as you'll see, one of my favorite stations, it gives a client, and the host name is this Android device, is now online via the wireless LAN Foundry. Okay, so that's going to change. So I'm going to go back to that client now and change the Wi-Fi network, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go down to the bottom now, and I'm going to hit the refresh button again, and I'll scroll back up. And now we see that the favorite station, and it gives the same client, is now online via the Unleashed home office network. So as you can see, it's recording the events that are happening. And in this case, it's a critical only event, so it'll tell you when a client joins or leaves the station. If I go to Any and select that and hit apply, it'll process that. Changes are saved. Now I'll go to the bottom and I'll hit refresh. Now scroll back up. And now I'm going to go ahead and take that client offline again. Okay, so I've taken that client offline again. I'm going to go ahead and hit the refresh button again. I'll scroll back up to the top. And now it says that that client is now online via the wireless LAN Foundry again. So you can see that it's keeping track of what's going on. If I wanted to, I could go down here and I could clear all my logs. So let's go ahead and clear those logs. And now I'll hit apply. And let's do a refresh again. And now I'll have that client join another wireless LAN. So I've just disconnected from one wireless LAN, joined another. I'm going to hit the refresh button, and now we'll see under the Any events, you'll see that that was a favorite station, that it's now online to the Unleashed home office. You'll see also other information about when it joined the wireless LAN. You'll see also in here, you'll see that this is a favorite station and it gives the MAC address. And you'll see other information in here. And because we selected Any, you'll also see additional information in here such as rogue APs and so forth. So let's hit refresh one more time. And you can see that we've got a little bit more data in here. If I go to the Debug Information tab, here I can configure which debug components to include in the log files and on the events page. So for example, maybe I only want client associations, or maybe I only want a particular access point. So I could highlight just access points and then hit the apply button. I could also debug a log per AP or a client's MAC address, and if I had that, I could put that in there. I can save my debug information. So for example, if I was having problems and I wanted to save this debug information and send it to the Ruckus support team, I could save that. I could also upload debug logs, and if I enabled this, it gives me the ability to upload a debug log to a remote server. So if I had a server, a TFTP or an FTP server, I could give the host name and do that as well. So you can go in there and customize which debug components that you actually want. Under logs, I can go ahead and save the system log, and I could send that back to Ruckus support if I was having problems. Or I could select to show current AP logs, and I could click here. And that'll give me information on the current AP logs. The next tab is Remote Troubleshooting, and the Remote Troubleshooting feature allows Ruckus support personnel to connect directly to an Unleashed network deployed at a customer site for troubleshooting purposes. And as a note, you don't want to enable this feature unless instructed to do so by the Ruckus support team. So to do that, you would click on Start Remote Troubleshooting, and then you would hit Apply, but we're not going to do that at this point in time. Next is my Client Troubleshooting. This client troubleshooting also takes place under the client menu. So if I click here, it's going to take me to this menu, but I'm going to close this out and go back up to clients. And let's say I want to troubleshoot a particular device. So I want to troubleshoot this Android device right here, and I can hit troubleshooting, and it has the MAC address in it. And it says, please connect your device manually once troubleshooting is started. And if the client is connected already, it will be disconnected by Unleashed. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. And it'll take a little while to do that. And what you'll see is that the client was disconnected, it was deauthenticated, it was disassociated, and now it shows the access point that it was connected to and goes through the different steps of authorization. So this feature is designed to help customers diagnose the wireless client connection issues to determine why a client fails to connect to the wireless network. And beginning with release 200.7, client connection traces can be performed on clients connected to WebAuth hotspot and guest wireless LANs in addition to WPA2 wireless LANs. So as you can see, it's quite easy to select the severity level of events to be displayed in the events section using the Unleashed user interface, and to use other Unleashed troubleshooting tools to diagnose wireless LAN network issues.